This essay. Hi everyone. So this is the writing task 2, and the question is: in spite of the advances made in the agriculture, many people around the world still go hungry. Okay. Why is the case? What can be done about this problem? So why is the case means they are talking about reasons, and what can be done about this problem? That means they are asking for the solutions also. Okay. Now they have not mentioned that how many reasons you need to put here, because nothing is singular or plural. They just written why is this case and what can be done. So here you can give one complete paragraph on the reason and the second complete paragraph on the solutions. In case if they have mentioned reasons and solutions something in the plural, then we need to mention two minimum reasons and two solutions. Okay, but let's just evaluate this essay. Okay, first we need to write the introduction. Student has written the introduction. Introduction includes two things. One is the paraphrasing of the statement and the thesis statements. Okay, it is generally considered to be the case that even though there has been a paradigm shift in terms of food production in agronomist sector, okay, food production is generally done in the agronomist sector. So need not to mention this thing. Food production is related to agriculture because of technology, yet a significant proportion of global population suffers from food insecurity. Okay, suffers from the food insecurity. In spite of advances made in the agriculture, many people around the world still go hungry. Okay, suffer from food insecurity. I think the word such as deprivation or something very B2 level or C1 level word, lack of something we could write, or deprive of something, that such kind of I think the terminology could even be used rather than writing the um, food insecurity. I'm not sure about what exactly that means, what food insecurity is. Okay, let me just clarify. Just give me 1 minute. I'll clarify that what food insecurity means. Food insecurity when people do not have adequate physical and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food to that meet their dietary needs and preferences for an activity or for an active or healthy life. Okay, so that's the meaning. Let me just write that. The meaning of food insecurity. When people do not have adequate physical and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food. Okay. So I guess then the word suffers should not come there. People, population, either we can write deals with or not suffer from. I guess deal with the food insecurity could be the best word over here. Suffer from, I guess, because this is what I believe, that we could use it for the like diseases kind of things, that they are suffering from this or kind of things. There it is more suitable. Here they are dealing with this problem. Okay. So surging world populace and changing climate can be held accountable for this issue. However, this problem can be ameliorated by, okay, problems can be alleviated, but situations can be ameliorated. That the one thing we need to take care of. Situations, or we can say that the conditions that can be ameliorated, but problems cannot. problems can be alleviated. Okay, so problem means alleviate means to make something less worse. So problems can be reduced. Situation why? Because ameliorate means to make something better. So we do not want to make problems better, but definitely we want a situation better or condition better, not the problem better. That is why. So this is the one thing we need to take care of. Okay, this is known as the collocation. So right collocation need to be there. Okay, so this word is not suitable here with the ameliorated. Problems cannot be ameliorated. This is what I believe in. By promoting sustainable agriculture practices and utilizing robust crop varieties. Using how the crop varieties can be used. And using crop varieties is also the part of sustainable. Okay, let's see how the student has defined the way of writing. If I say the thesis is completely correct, this is known as the stated thesis statement, in which the writer has already mentioned that what I could guess or what I could find or I'm going to read about in the next upcoming paragraphs. Okay, among the various reasons, proliferation in Earth's population is the prominent one. Okay. World population, Earth's population. Okay. This is the one thing she has mentioned. Okay. Let's move to the next paragraph. Its explanation. Owing to the growing global population, we have already mentioned world population is increasing. So it is a kind of, again, repetition of the noun where we could use a pronoun or we can give a clear referencing. So rather than writing this much long word, we could even write owing to this. So what this signifies, it referring to proliferation of world population that you have mentioned in the previous line. Okay. Significant pressure on agriculture production makes it challenging to meet the growing demand of food. Consequently, increase in population causing a strain on natural resources such as water and land, which are indispensable part of food production. Okay, not a big deal. Let it mark correct. Besides this, modification in climate exacerbates. Modifications, plural. Then we will write exacerbate, singular verb. The issue of nutrition insecurity. Okay. Harsh weather conditions such as droughts, comma before such as drought, flood, and vitally important global warming. Vitally important. Okay, let me just check that meaning of this word. Vitally adverb. Okay, so here in a way that this is extremely important or necessary for the success of a continued existence of something. Very nicely. Very nice word is used. Vitally important. Okay. And vitally important, global warming can adversely affect crop yields, leading to shortage in food and rapid growth in the prices of food or commodities. Okay. So here you are mentioning about modifications in climate exacerbate the issue. That's the present indefinite tense. w- are affecting, then make it into the present, are affecting crop yield, leading shortage in the food and rapid growth in the prices of goods and commodities. For instance, had the government of India made some stringent yardsticks not only for the deforestation, but also for the private vehicles, the citizens would not have become the victim of food insecurity. So the grammatical error of the sentence structure. Okay, so the example is made on the basis of stringent yardstick for deforestation and private vehicles, food security, and question is the modification in the climate change. So our explanation should be based upon the climate change, that how the climate change has affected the food production. Example should match with your main idea, because we are here to present, extend, and support the main idea as per the band descriptors. Example is somewhat that it is about the deforestation and private vehicle. Why they need to, now the question is arising on this example, that why they need to have a yardstick for the deforestation and private vehicles. Then you have to say that because these are the two ways, because of pollution is increasing. So what pollution is having? Heat trapping gases, which is leading to the climate change. So all such cycle you need to mention. So you just put the first part of um, the whole cycles, the first step. But how that cycles run, you didn't mention, and such things we cannot write in the examples. These need to be in, I would say, these need to be very specific to the point, and must be related to the point that you have written. Modification in the climate change. So see, in a decade, how India has, how the climate change has impacted the production, or what due to the climate change, these crops are not even being into the existence these days, or the production has been dwindled a lot as compared to a decade ago. Okay, so here example is somewhat de got detracked. Okay. Conversely, in order to reverse the damages, some strategic steps should be taken into consideration. Okay. First and the foremost, or first and foremost. Mm, okay. First and foremost. Okay. Just give me one more minute. Let me just clarify. Yes. Okay. First and foremost, students, is an academic phrase. First and foremost would be mm, first and foremost would be first and foremost would be phase in E to phase in. If you're using phase in as a verb, as an action that they have to phase in eco-friendly farming practices. Okay. It encompasses the limited uses of synthetic chemicals, preventing environmental degradation and improving soil fertility, use water conservation techniques. Okay, so who should phase in this? Government or the farmers? Question is arising. Need to be mentioned. Be more specific. So government or farmers? Who should promote it? Who should implement this? Who should plan this? And again, a question. If government unlocks the Singular. Strategies to naturally enhance soil fertility through crop rotation. There will be reduced need. Oh, the need will be reduced for synthetic fertilizers. This can be both cost effective for farmers and environmentally sustainable. Cost effective and environmentally sustainable for farmer. Okay. Okay. Let's move to the next uh, last paragraph. Okay. Another point to consider would be the utilization of strenuous crop varieties. Strenuous crop varieties. Okay, let's just see the meaning of strenuous. Strenuous refers to something that requires a lot of physical or mental effort or energy or an activity. When describing a task, activity, effort as strenuous, it implies that it is demanding, arduous, or challenging in terms of intensity, exertion, or difficulty. For example, strenuous workout, strenuous hike, strenuous academic course may involve significant efforts. Okay, let me more let's just dilute this more. Strenuous requiring or using great effort or exertion means difficult किसी कोई जिसको काम करने में. I'm so sorry, I'm using Hindi. So any activity which required lot of effort or exertion. Okay, so how the student has used this. Another point would be the utilization of strenuous crop row. So crop row variety, we cannot use this word strenuous. It would be wrong to use. Crop varieties cannot be strenuous. These are this word can be used with some activities. So this adjective is wrong here. Strenuous. Unlike vulnerable crops, rigid varieties are more tolerant to changing climate conditions, such as drought resistant or heat tolerant. If they are the climatic condition, then you need to mention the condition only. You already would have written they are more tolerant to the changing climate conditions. What conditions? Droughts. Or just simply they are the heat and climate change drought resistant, contributing more reliable yield in demanding climates. To exemplify, heat tolerant rice developed to tolerant high temperature and ensure better yields in regions where warm climate find consistently. Okay, so these are not heat tolerant, right? Heat tolerant rice crop. I cannot but agree that upsurging world population and changing climate conditions are significant reasons for food shortage through agriculture sector is upsurging world population and changing climate change are significant reason for food shortage, and how it could be two helping verbs in one sentence. Rest are the reasons is the revolutionized, so this sentence is not making sense. Nevertheless, to address this issue, environmental friendly approaches and robust crop, no, not using, because before and you did not write any gerund. Robust crop varieties, robust you can write, should be implemented as solutions. First sentence got wrong, and the subject verb agreement got wrong here. Grammar part is highly violated in the confusion part. Simply, it can be written very nicely. This essay has discussed two aspects: the reasons, which include dash and dash, and the solutions, which include dash and dash. That could also be fine. There you could even put the full colons, semicolons, commas, and full stop. Four type of uh, punctuation marks could be used. Let me just write that. Because you have already discussed that, so you can write, in conclusion, this essay has discussed two aspects: the causes, comma, which include dash and dash, and solutions, which consist of mm, dash and dash, full stop. So that is how this can be done. Okay, so that is how the writing task 2 is evaluated. So I must say, in terms of task response, I'll give you 7. Coherence and cohesion, I'll give you 7. But in case of grammatical range and accuracy, I'll give you 6. And the lexical resources, I'll give you 6.5. So in total, I guess it becomes your 6.5 total. I'm deducting bands because somewhere the adjectives are used wrongly, somewhere the words are not properly written, or somewhere the extra words are being used. That is the one thing. So make sure that these things should not be, this mistake should not be appearing in your task too. If you could have work upon the grammatical range and accuracy and lexical resources, by proofreading it, you must have achieved 7 in the writing task, I must say. So thank you so much for giving your attention. Have a nice day. Bye bye.